Welcome back to the third part of this Blu-ray 2021 Blu-ray collection. As always, I'm gonna start off with the Funkos, then I'm gonna go to the top row and then the back. This one is Lagertha from Vikings. Love that show. I really had a terrible time with this. I kept falling over. I crazy glued it back in, and then she just falls over, unfortunately. Alexa Bliss from WWE. I'm not a huge fan of wrestling anymore, but I do like some Alexa Bliss. This is Alice from Alice in Wonder, Alice Through the Looking Glass, and this is from Labyrinth. Sorry, I do not remember the character's name and Worm. Yeah, I don't remember the character's name for some reason. I'm blanking on that. Maybe it's Sarah. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so I think things are clearer when I'm more zoomed in. I don't know, but let's try this. Citizen Kane. This honestly, I don't like throwing the word like overrated out, but this is not Orson Welles' best film in my opinion, but I guess it's a classic, and I found this cheap, so picked it up. It's another digi book. I don't see what's so special about it. I can appreciate a lot of film, but like this one, it doesn't really do much for me. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo original trilogy. I like that one. I like this one quite a bit. The first one is the best. The second two feel a little bit more like fluff in it, but still a really great trilogy. I did like the David Fincher version a lot as well, so that's also. Sorry, I'm just moving my Funkos. That's why I'm distracted. But yeah, not a bad one. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Picked this nice little set up recently. Not a bad Steven Spielberg film. Pretty good. I'm a big fan of aliens and space and stuff. Die Hard. This has the first 5 movies. I need to rewatch the series. It's been quite a long time. The 5th one sucks. The other 4 are pretty good. I think 3 is. 2 might be my favorite. Die Harder. I think that's the one with the plane. Am I right or wrong? I don't know. That one, I like 2 the best, I think. James Bond collection. I have seen all of these. Which one is my favorite? Goldfinger. I really like Goldfinger. I think that's a really good entry. I like Diamonds Are Forever. Dr. No is good. Yeah. So yeah. Casino Royale is also really good. The Daniel Craig reincarnation of it was pretty good. Yeah, I like these films. And then we have. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna move things out of the way. I'm like really uncoordinated right now. The Superman 5-film collection. So this is region free. It came from England, maybe, or Germany. I don't know where it came from. But it works here, so that's all that matters. This comes with Superman 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then Superman Returns. I don't like Returns that much, but 1 and 2 I really like. I don't know if it has like the Richard Donner cut. Probably not. Yeah. 4 was I think 4 is the one that's ridiculous. I didn't like that one, and 3 I don't remember. It's been a while. Another series I don't remember that well because it's been so long. Indiana Jones: The Complete Adventures. I think 1 and 2 are my favorites for this one. 4 I remember a little better because it's newer, which wasn't bad. I know a lot of people don't like that one. Another Warner archive collection. This is a horror collection. So basically, I got this for The Hunger. This is a Tony Scott film that I really like. Body Snatchers is pretty good. Innocent Blood was also good. Wolfen was probably the weakest of the bunch. Innocent Blood surprised me. That was not a bad film at all. And then the Dirty Dancing 4K release. It's a classic, of course. And I like what they're doing with these 4K releases, bringing out these films. All right. So bear with me. This is gonna be hell. All right. So we will start off with the Dario Argento collection. Very big fan of him and his giallos. Cat o' Nine Tails was okay. Deep Red is fantastic. I love that film. That's the main reason I got this set. And then Inferno is really good as well. Inferno is loose on plot, but visuals. Like with Dario Argento, it's really about the visuals and the style of what he does. All three pretty good. Cat o' Nine Tails is probably the weakest. Yes. Okay, so Date Night. Pretty cool lenticular here. I don't have that many lenticulars, but good comedy. Very enjoyable. I'm a Steve Carell fan. I like The Office. That one is pretty funny, and it also has what's his name, Mark Wahlberg in it as well. Dawn of the Dead original. I don't know if they release this on Criterion. I don't know, but either way, I'm fine with this copy. Very good George Romero film. Probably his best. It's either that or Night of the Living Dead, but really good zombie film. That one feels more campy than the Zack Snyder version, which feels like a completely different film to me. Like I'll rate it as a completely different film because it's like way more serious. Really great. What's it called? Debut from Zack Snyder as well. Dawn of the Dead is great. Let's see what we have here. Day After Tomorrow. I don't know why I have the Deadpool slip for this. Whatever. Like I found it cheap. I like this film. Nice Roland Emmerich disaster film. Day After Tomorrow. Deadpool is not in the film, but not a bad disaster film right there. Day of the Dead, another George A. Romero film. Kind of the next one after Night and then Dawn. Pretty good film as well. It has Bubs. I think his name was Bubs. The zombie. That's a good one. Very classic Terrence Malick film, Days of Heaven. If you haven't seen it, definitely do so. I'm a big fan of Terrence Malick. This is a wonderful Peter Jackson, yes, Lord of the Rings Peter Jackson film. Dead Alive, I think it's called Brain Dead or something. In some places. One of his earlier films from New Zealand. Saw this in a horror class. The teacher was pretty cool. She introduced us to this film. Really gory, but like so watchable. Really good film there. If somebody said that was Peter Jackson's best film of all time, I would take that opinion. Like, it's a really good film. Here's a really shit film. Dead or Alive, DOA, based on like the video game series. Got this cheap, I think. I hope. Not a very good film. These video game adaptations don't always work out. Dead Dicks. So this is a horror pack film that came in a horror pack. Otherwise, I wouldn't really, never think about watching this. Not a bad film about a guy that kind of like replicates himself, like he dies and then keeps coming back. Interesting concept. Here's the real Deadpool. So that's Deadpool 1 and then Deadpool 2. Interchangeable for me. Both films are good. Both films are enjoyable. Alright, so let me move those out of the way. Alright, so let me move these out of the way. Just give me 1 second. Death Becomes Her. Got this in the Scream Factory sale. Really good Robert Zemeckis film. One of his standouts. I'm a huge fan of Goldie Hawn, so I have a lot of her stuff. Basically, both women are fighting over this man, and they both die and then get revived. It's a great comedy. I like that film quite a bit. Then we have Death Race and Death Race 2. I got this for Death Race. I think that's a pretty solid Jason Statham film. Death Race 2 wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either. Clear like B movie value, that one. Martin Scorsese triple feature: The Departed, Goodfellas, and The Aviator. I actually don't have any of the three in solo release, so that's why I got this. The Departed is fantastic. Goodfellas is great. Aviator I need to rewatch. Yeah, that's a classic series. Classic 3-film collection right there. Devil Wears Prada. Really like this film. I think it's a standout for Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, and even Emily Blunt. Really great fashion industry type film. Meryl Streep is great in that one. Probably her best performance, like in ever. Dial M for Murder. 3D. I had Dial M for Murder earlier. Yeah, this is one of those Blu-ray 3Ds, but the I think the second disc is like non 3D, so I can still watch it. Really great film. Fantastic Alfred Hitchcock film. I've analyzed this film so many times for like film class and stuff. This is good. I like that one. The Diary of a Teenage Girl. Belle Powley is in this one. Really good film. Kind of underrated. I got this one used, and it's like a very weird copy that they gave me. I'm not so fond of the copy of it, but you know, Blu-ray's a Blu-ray, right? Dick. So this is a film with young Kirsten Dunst and Michelle Williams, where these two girls they kind of uncover the Watergate scandal unknowingly, which is pretty creative. I like that film. It's funny. I had to get this one for an import from. I'm pretty sure this one is Germany. There's like foreign writing there. Dirty Girl with Juno Temple. I don't know why this can't be released here yet. Really good film. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you should watch that one. She's great in that one. Dirty Harry, classic Clint Eastwood. This is a digibook right here. I don't have the rest of the series because I don't like those films as much. If they did like a nice box set, maybe one day down the road. Here's one that I really enjoy: Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby, James McAvoy and Jessica Chastain. So this comes in 3 cuts. It comes with him, her, and them. I think it's like the same story told from 3 different perspectives. But the funny thing is, it's 3 films, but you can like literally sit and watch all 3, and they bring a lot to the table. I think the them is like a combination of the 2, so maybe you can skip that one. But him and her has like important facets of the story. I think it was creative. I really like that one. The Disaster Artist, such a good film. James Franco directed. So good. Deserves all of the praise that it gets. I love The Room. I have The Room somewhere. It's coming up. But The Disaster Artist is fantastic. Love that film. District 9. This looks kind of off because it's in one of those wraps that I put it on. But pretty cool steelbook. Neil Blomkamp's best film, for sure. Nice little sci-fi alien type film. Definitely worth a watch. I'm just gonna move these out of the way. Just give me a second. Disturbia. Kind of like Rear Window, but a teenager version. Shia LaBeouf film, very enjoyable. Kind of like teenage PG-13 thriller. Django Unchained. I know a lot of people say this is the best film from Quentin Tarantino or their favorite. Very good. I have not rewatched it though, but it is definitely a very good film. I've spent a while looking for that on Steelbook because if it's on Steelbook, I usually want the Steelbook. Here's another steelbook, Do the Right Thing. Target, I think, released this copy of it. The reason I got this steelbook, 1, 4K, and then 2, I don't like the Criterion version of this because it's too bulky to like put on the shelf, and I prefer it just be like standard like that. And it's 4K, so that's a really good Spike Lee film, by the way. One of his best, probably his best. I'm trying to think if I have other Spike Lee in my collection. So I saw this one this past Halloween, Jin. A lot of people don't know about this film. It's from the director of Poltergeist and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Tobe Hooper. Yeah, it's one of those later Tobe Hooper films. Not that great, but I don't know. I like it. There's things about that I really like. Doctor Sleep, the sequel to the Shining. I really enjoyed this film. I think it's by Mike Flanagan. I think this is a really good horror film. Was it like a necessary sequel? Probably not, but it ties in well with The Shining. Another Doctor Strange. When I first saw it, I didn't like it. When I rewatched it, I thought this was one of like the smarter Marvel films, and I like it. They came out with those steelbooks recently. Dodgeball and There's Something About Mary. So Dodgeball is great. I really enjoy Dodgeball. I think it's funny. There's Something About Mary I like even more. I think it's hilarious. Cameron Diaz, young Cameron Diaz, love Cameron Diaz. So that's a good double pack to have. Don John, directed by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, about a man with a who goes in relationships, but he has like a sex porn addiction. Really weird concept, but a good film. Don John is a good film. Donnie Darko, another good film. This is one of those stupid J card releases. As you can see, it's just like sliding off. I don't know why they do those stupid releases. This is probably like the stupidest types of Blu-rays that I've seen. But Donnie Darko is a good film. Richard Kelly film. Jake Gyllenhaal, early Jake Gyllenhaal there. Don't Look Now. Really good film, like horror film with Donald Sutherland. He's in some really great stuff back in like the 70s and 80s, and this is another example of it. Kind of like off note, but this has like one of the longest sex scenes I've ever seen on film. It is like so long. Good film though. The Double, another good film with Jesse Eisenberg and Mia Wasikowska. I'm a huge fan of her. Good concept. He has like a doppelganger. Yeah, that's a good one. Sorry, I gotta keep putting this down to make some room. I know it sucks. This is the last of the top row, so. Alright, let's see. Double Indemnity, I hope I'm saying that right. Pretty good classic noir type film. Yeah, that's a good one. Doubt. So I got this recently after watching Spotlight and realizing both of these films are great and they're pretty similar about like sex abuse scandals. Doubt, good film, really good performance by Philip Seymour Hoffman in that one. Kind of like unnerving. Doctor Strangelove. Stanley Kubrick is probably my second favorite director of all time. So I have like his box set. This one didn't come in the box set, but it's a nice digibook that I got for cheap. I have to rewatch this. It's been a really long time. I know I have the ultimate collection of the classic monsters up there, but Dracula. This is one of those that came with the nice slips. I think it was Best Buy exclusive, but I like these releases. Dracula is a really good film as well. And then I also have the Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is a Francis Ford Coppola film from the 90s. Really good film with Gary Oldman. Frankenstein, not as good. It's okay, not as good. I think that one stays truer to the story, maybe with the Frankenstein monster. Drag Me to Hell, very fun Sam Raimi film. Very rewatchable. It doesn't take itself seriously, which is great. Has a few jump scares here and there, but pretty cool concept. So this is The Dreamers from Bernardo Bertolucci film. Very erotic film with Eva Green and Michael Pitt from I think he's in Boardwalk Empire. But this is a really great film. I don't know why it's not released here, and I really like this film, so I had to get it from Germany. Most of my outside releases, they're in English, so it's just a matter of having like a foreign title, which doesn't bother me too much. But especially when it's a film like that, that's that good. It's worth getting. Dressed to Kill, another Brian De Palma film, a high-end Brian De Palma film, one of my favorite ones from him, and this one has Michael Caine, I think, as well. Really good film, well worth its Criterion status. Drinking Buddies, got this from a double, like a dollar release. I'm a huge fan of Anna Kendrick. This is a good film as well. It's definitely not bad at all. Olivia Wilde is like the center of that film. I have a feeling, I feel like she might have had like a writing credit or some kind of credit on there. Maybe not, but good film. I like that one. One of my favorite films of all time, Drive. It took me, I have this on DVD and then I changed it, and then I had like a regular Blu-ray and then I changed it, swapped it out for the Steelbook. Drive is one of my favorite films ever. Nicholas Winding Refn is actually one of my favorite directors ever as well. It's not my favorite from him, but very high up there. Amazing film, amazing soundtrack, so rewatchable. I've seen it like 1,000 times. 10 out of 10. Drop Dead Gorgeous. This was a recent blind buy from the Warner Archive collection. Really good. I enjoy this film. I probably got this because of Kirsten Dunst. But a really good kind of like small town pageant with a twist. I like that film. And then Dunkirk. Nice steelbook here. Christopher Nolan film, not for everyone, but I think it's a pretty smart war film from him. So let me just move this out of the way, and then we'll get through to the rows. Something's gonna fall over, but it's okay. We're gonna start off nice and tight here with the Carrie Steelbook. So I had this on a regular release and then swapped that out for this Steelbook. And now I'm realizing my thing was out of order. Okay, so Carrie, good Brian De Palma film. I have a lot of his work here in this collection. This should have came first. Carlito's Way, another Brian De Palma film. Hey, he's everywhere. Good Al Pacino film, pretty long, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but a really good film. And then I have the Carrie remake. Mostly got this for the Lenticular. It's an okay film. Kind of an unnecessary remake, but you know, I like the girl in that film, the one that torments her. It's just the one from Mr. Robot. Carnage. Who's this director? Roman Polanski. One of his best films, actually, because it takes place. It's like a stage play almost. It takes place in one setting, and it's about the sons of a couple, two couples, and their like argument. It is damn good. Like, a lot of people don't know about that film. I watched it on a whim, and I think it is absolutely fantastic. Deserves more recognition and praise. Another film that deserves endless praise is Carol, by Todd Haynes. Todd Haynes' best film. This, for me, is a 10 out of 10. I've seen this so many times, and every time I watch it, I love it even more. Absolutely incredible soundtrack, incredible acting. The way it's shot, the cinematography is off the charts. Fantastic performances. Rooney Mara is great in it. Kate Blanchett is great in it. This deserved a lot more recognition. Rooney Mara, by now, should have had an Oscar. I don't know if she'll ever get one, but for me, she's had a few performances where it's like, how have you not given it to her? This could have been one of them. And then the girl with the dragon tattoo, I'm like, God, recognize her already. Such a good film. Love that film. That is a 10 out of 10. I'll mention 10 out of 10s, like personal 10 out of 10s. Like, a lot of people won't think they are, but for me, they are. And that's one of them. Casablanca, good film. I'm not blown away by it, but definitely memorable. Well written, Humphrey Bogart film. It's been too long. Casino, have not seen it recently, but Martin Scorsese film. I've seen this once and I really liked it. I need to rewatch it as well. One of the only two Bond films that I have separate to the box set, because I do have that box set somewhere. Yeah, I think I recently just showed it in this video actually. Casino Royale. Steelbook. This is a really nice steelbook. That's the main reason I still have it. Like, I couldn't get rid of it because I really like the steelbook. Picked this one up recently. Casper, classic from the childhood. Yeah. Castaway. Saw this one recently as well. Rewatched it recently. Really good Robert Zemeckis film. Probably his best one. Great Tom Hanks performance. Such a good film. Everybody knows about Wilson. This film is incredible. Love that film. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Love this film as well. This is probably the best Elizabeth Taylor performance that she's ever done. Yeah, I love this film. I think it's so well written. Feels very like stage play-ish. Probably is. Amazing film. Another amazing film and a well-deserved Criterion release is Charade. Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant. I feel like they were like a weird pairing for this, but the film is incredible. It's so good, so funny, so well written. I love that film. I'm a huge Charlie's Angels fan. I have the series, the original series, and that remake. So of course I have to have these films because I love Cameron Diaz, right? And then they re-released. I think that one was a 4K, and then they released this one. I don't know why this didn't get a steelbook, but this is not a bad cover anyways. Full Throttle, the sequel, not as good as the original. And then, oh yeah, I forgot they made this one, the remake. I know a lot of people really hate this film, directed by Elizabeth Banks. I don't mind it though. I think it's not bad. It's kind of drier than the other films. I mean, the other films aren't really like standout, amazing films anyways. But I didn't mind that one. I can rewatch that one, I think. Child's Play, huge fan of Chucky. I have the box set, but I kept this one because I like the artwork on it. And then I have Cult of Chucky. There's a nice little lenticular. I don't think he moves much on it, but that's to complete the collection. I didn't love that film. It was okay. And then Child's Play, the remake, which I don't really like. It has a lot of problems for me, to be honest. Cheap Thrills, film that not a lot of people know about. I don't know if this is a Draft House release. It is. I really like Draft House releases. I think they do a good job with their Blu-rays. Amazing film about like a pair of friends that do ridiculous bets for money. Like this guy, paid by David Kochner, gives them more and more increasing money to do crazier things as the night goes on. Amazing film. Children of the Corn, I really like that one. That's a great little horror film. Hellraiser, I'm not the biggest Hellraiser fan. I know a lot of people have the box set. They really like the Hellraiser films. I only really like the first two. So like for me, this was like a great deal. Like I like Children of the Corn, and you know I want to own Hellraiser, so that was that. And then I have that set right there, that little 2-pack. Children of Men, really great Alfonso Cuarón film where it's like a dystopian type of, kind of like sci-fi dystopian film. I like that one a lot. Kevin Smith triple feature, Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Clerks. I got this mostly for Clerks and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, which I like. I like Chasing Amy as well. And then I just combined it with Clerks 2 and Zack and Mary Make a Porno. I like Clerks 2 more than Clerks 1, which I know a lot of people probably don't agree with. It's been a while since I've seen Zack and Miri. I didn't think it was anything special when I first saw it. The Children's Hour, really great Audrey Hepburn film with Shirley MacLaine. A classic for its time because it insinuates a lesbian kind of like affair between these two married women, but it doesn't really implicitly state it because obviously they had like restrictions on what you can say and do in film at the time, so it doesn't like go out there and say it, but that's a really good film. I like that one. Another amazing film, actually. Who's the director? Roman Polanski, right? Yes. Great film with Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. Love it. I can't say anything else about Chinatown. Chinatown's amazing. Ooh, let's go in. A Christmas Story, another amazing Christmas film. I watch this every single Christmas. I'll watch Christmas Story without fail. Since I was like 8 years old, I watch it every year. Love it. Every Christmas I will be watching that film, no doubt about it. Cinderella, this is the animated version. I really like the steelbook of this. Fantastic looking steelbook. Pretty good animated film. I do really like the live action film as well. What's her name again? Lily James. I really like her in this film. Yes, this is a really good live action film. Disney's doing a pretty good job with the live actions. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I think they're doing fine. The Circle. So I read this book first because this is a novel based on a novel by, I think his name is Dave Eggers, right? The guy who did Hologram for the King, I think. Yeah, I like that book. This book was okay, and the movie is just okay as well. There's things to like about it, and then it's just like what the f kind of thing. Clash of the Titans double feature. This is the remake of Clash of the Titans, and then Wrath of the Titans, which is nowhere near as good as Clash of the Titans. But then again, Clash of the Titans is just kind of like a blockbuster type film, nothing amazing. Like you shouldn't get offended with that being bad because it's not supposed to be that good. Cleopatra. Oh man, this film is more notable for its costume changes and the budget than its actual story. But I like these type of old time films like Ten Commandments and such. Cleopatra, not a like great film, but Elizabeth Taylor and then the story behind this film is like incredible. One of my favorite Adam Sandler films and performances is Click. This is a surprisingly emotional film. Really great film. I rate this very highly. It's like an interesting concept, funny. Like it has everything you would want really in a film. Picked this Clint Eastwood triple pack up recently with Two Mules for Sister Sarah, Joe Kid, and High Plains Drifter. I like High Plains Drifter a lot. Joe Kid isn't bad. And then Two Mules for Sister Sarah was like one that I saw first time with this, which was pretty good. I like westerns, especially with when Clint is involved. Cloverfield, another 10 out of 10 film for me. The hype that went into watching this in the cinema, I got really into the mythology of this before it even came out, like trying to figure out who the monster was, if it was related to Godzilla, blah blah blah. You know, I did all the research, loved the posters, looked at the artwork and to see clues and all that. Oh man, this delivered. A great found footage film, one of the best found footage films of all time. Loved it. Like, I think it met and exceeded my expectations. The series went downhill after 10 Cloverfield Lane. Like, that Cloverfield paradox was so bad. Like, I'm just like, just end it from there. Closer, a Mike Nichols film, probably his last one. Really good film, very quotable, but also very vulgar in dialogue. But quotable for sure. Closer. I like that film. Oh, really good whodunit film. Clue the movie. So good. Tim Curry as the butler, based on the board game. And they did a really, really good job with that one. And then showing all the various different alternate type of endings. I like that one. Disney and Pixar's Coco. Really wonderful looking steelbook. Amazing film that packs great emotional weight. I like this film a lot. One of my top Pixar films, actually. Cocktail, gotta love Tom Cruise making drinks. Not a bad film. So I got this one recently. Coherence. Amazing film. Like, not a lot of people know about this. It has I think his name is Nicholas Brendan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, about a comet that goes through the sky, and then like strange happenings, and then like they see like doppelgangers of themselves and like alternate realities and parallel universes. It's a little confusing, but like once you like really sit and stick with it, it's really great. That one came out recently from, I think it's Oscilloscope, but so good, such a good film. Coming to America, picked this one up recently, 30th anniversary edition. Great film, classic. Eddie Murphy. The sequel on Prime, Amazon Prime, so bad, I hated it. They wait too long with these sequels, and then like there's like a severe drop in quality. That's one of those cases. Another one I can think of is like Zoolander, where the second one was like horrible. Commando, really good Arnold Schwarzenegger film, a classic one. One of my later pickups from him as well. A lot of action, good old Arnold fun. Compliance, based on true events of a woman, like a caller who tells the staff to like strip search one of their employees, like just for fun. Pretty wild story. Contagion. Oh man, this is basically a documentary of COVID-19, right? This was a really scary film when I first saw it back in 2011, just because of the way a disease can spread so quickly and stuff. And then we felt it a little bit. This one is obviously a more dangerous, like a more dangerous virus, but the way it was done, the way it was spread and everything, it felt so realistic. Really good film by Steven Soderbergh. He's pretty much hit or miss, but with that one was a good one. This is a silly horror film that came out recently with the girl from the TV show You. Countdown, like an app that counts down and then you die at the end of it. Good, like fun, but don't take it seriously. Coyote Ugly. They recently closed the Coyote Ugly bar in New York City, I think. Wanted to check it out, but pretty good film. Feels very dated, like a 2000s film. Crash, not the one, you know, the one with what's his name, Kevin Dillon. Or Matt Dillon. This is the David Cronenberg one with the outrageous one with the leg fucking. It's James Spader. That's a good film. That's a recent Criterion release. Creepshow, original Creepshow. Very good film. Good anthology. Stephen King and George Romero combined for this one. Yeah, very memorable. I like that. The series Creep Show on Shudder, I feel like it leaves more to be desired. Like some of the stories are good, some of them are really miss. I don't know. I feel like the show could have been better. Crimson Peak, my favorite Guillermo del Toro film ever. I think he'll never top Crimson Peak, and I know that's a controversial opinion. I think this film is incredible. It's an incredible gothic horror, set up so well. Love the story, love the atmosphere. Big fan of Mia Wasikowska, Jessica Chastain. Amazing, amazing film. I love that film. Close to a 10 out of 10 for me personally. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, 4K. Picked this one up recently. It came out recently. Pretty good film. I think it's Ang Lee who directed it. Good like martial arts fight scene sequences in that one. The Crow, a classic. This film probably is more popular because of the death of Brandon Lee on set, but a good comic book film right there. And then we have a double pack of Cruel Intentions and Wild Things. Cruel Intentions is good. Both of these are like very similar in quality. They're not like great films, but they have like loads of sex appeal. That's why it was worth getting two. This one drives me crazy because there's no name on the spine. This is a horror pack exclusive of Cruel Will. Honestly, I don't remember. I saw it, but I don't remember what happened in it. It must not have been good. I don't remember it at all. Cure for Wellness, really good Gore Verbinski film. Atmosphere-wise, the atmosphere sets up is really great. It has Dane DeHaan in it. Yeah, and Mia Goth. This is a good film. I really enjoy this film. It's long, but it's totally worth it. Curious Case of Benjamin Button. So, I know this is one of those Criterions that came out with the regular standard blue Amore pack thing cases. But it drove me crazy, being that it's a Criterion film. It needs the Criterion treatment. I think I just swapped out maybe a PS3 game. I don't know what I did, but I made it into a Criterion, and now it looks like a Criterion, and I'm happy with that. That's a good film, though. Good David Fincher film. A lot of people have problems with that one. I have none. Da Vinci Code, the best in that Robert Langdon series. I think this one really did live up to the book. Yeah, it lived up to it. I have no issues with Da Vinci Code. I think it's a fun film. Darjeeling Limited, for a long time, this was my favorite Wes Anderson film. It's not anymore, but it's still very, very good. And that one comes with that short film as well. I think it's called like Hotel Chevalier. Yeah, with Natalie Portman. Dark City, I think it's Alex Proyas film. Really good film. I like this film a lot. It kind of breaks down near the end, but it's a solid sci-fi dystopian type film. Dark Shadows, not one of Tim Burton's best efforts, but memorable enough. I like Eva Green. This was a recent pickup as well. And then the last one in this shelf right here is Dark Star, which is an early John Carpenter film. Definitely a cult classic. It's a space film that's like kind of like a dark comedy. Not for everyone, but I really like it. Definitely worth checking out. All right, so that's probably all I'm gonna record today. But I'll do more later on today, maybe. I don't know how I'm gonna record this, but thank you for tuning in, and there'll be plenty more parts to come. Thank you. Bye.